one of the major reasons when young people begin to aspire to become those who feel, okay, this young man is not going to be loyal to me, they go there and bring anybody that will be loyal to them. So the young people now are denied that opportunity to become leaders in different aspects of our political system. It's one of the reasons. I have experience myself.
Okay, what's your experience?
I contested election because nobody accepted him, my godfather. I even went for them, say, okay, they say, no, this young man, he will be stubborn when he gets there, so we will not accept. They have to bring someone that cannot even stand or don't even have the experience I have to. No, the people did not vote him, but the system then, they rig him in. They rig me out and rig him in. And that was my experience. So it's very bad. And that to an extent I've discussed some of us. Last year I didn't contest for election anymore. My people were saying that come back, we need you. I said if I come back with these factors, don't work against me again. So that has been really a problem. That discouraged young men. I remember in those days, in the early 80s, when IBB told us, I think 86, he said youth are the future leaders. We are now old men now. We are yet to become that leader. And these men there will never want us to be, except we agree with them on certain terms. If I'm there, I will protect your interests. Never get tired of embezzlement. They want to be in control of the economy. They want their generation to be in control of everything. So if you're not going to work according to their precept, then you can't get there. So a lot of young people lack that support. Because we try to say you want to be vocal, like me, I'm an activist in my own way. They try to be vocal. They say, this one will not go there, he will not listen to us. He will be stubborn to whatever, so we will not give him. So that has been the challenge. And it has discouraged a lot of people from politics.
Now, the concept of godfatherism in politics, if you want to talk about it, you must have to look at how politics is being played here in Nigeria. Many people have been beneficiaries of godfatherism, we must not forget. However, if you look at it holistically, you discover that the negative part of it is more than the advantage. Because number one, these so-called godfathers in Nigeria, at least, they want to lord it over in every area, in every sphere, financially, administratively, all matter, in every way. They want to lord it over, and that can never augur well for the society, because a situation where the godfather wants certain percentage of the income of the state, for instance, we have had it. A situation where a godfather wants such can never augur well for the state. And look at what is even happening in Kogi State. From news we are hearing, a former governor still wants to be calling the shots. In fact, from reports, he's still staying in government house. It's a gross abuse. And our lawmakers should rise up, make necessary laws that will prevent all this rubbish from happening. But how will they make such laws? Because the assembly is filled up with former governors too. So it is difficult to make laws that will also cage them. And that is a quagmire. It's a very serious problem. And if these people are not careful, there will be an uprising. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter. Nobody can will it away. There will be an uprising. In their own interest, they should stop and nip in the bud all this rubbish that is happening. If you are a governor, you have served your term, then go and rest. If you have done very well, your respect and accolade will come to you. You don't have to lobby for it. You don't have to be diabolical about it, because I also hear that some of them even make their successors sign some very diabolical things, that if I make you governor, you are going to do this, and if you don't do this, it's all rubbish.
Even young people, when you have your money, you will still need somebody to back you up. You understand? Like in the last election, I saw a lot of young people that came out to run for the office of the presidency and every other position or offices in the country. But because the backing of the godfatherism were not there, I think most of them couldn't get any vote, or they even proceed further. Even some that even won primaries in their respective states. I don't want to mention the name of a particular issues that I thought the guy that won it would be allowed to contest for that election. But the issue of godfatherism affected him. Somebody who bought a phone to run for a presidency, and he's already a serving senator, and an individual who came out freshly, who has not even taken any of the office before, was privileged to win. He won the primary to defeat the person that is already serving as a senator and also run for the post of the presidency. The person has to come back, and the court, pass the verdict in the favor of the person that is already a senate, that is in the Senate already. You understand? That mandate has to be taken from the guy that won it meritedly and give it to this person, because the issue of godfatherism and who knows who, or the financial enablement is not there, or the other guy did not have the people to back in also. So it's something that is really, really, affecting our political system.
The only solution is people who have the fear of God, and you can't find them until the kingdom of God come. Jesus said we should pray, according to Matthew chapter 6, verse 10, that our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It is until God's will is done on earth, human government is replaced by the government of God, there will be no change. Daniel chapter 2 verse 44 says, in the days of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that cannot be destroyed. And that kingdom will not be passed on to any other government. It will crush and put an end to this kingdom, and only him will stand forever. Until that is done, human race will remain in abject suffering and poverty, chaos and war. No human can put an end to it. Why? Because Satan is the ruler of this world. 1 John chapter 5 verse 19 says, we know we originate with God, but the whole world lies in the power of the wicked one. Who is that one? Satan, the devil. So no matter how humans have good conscience to go into power, they cannot effect any change.
When you decide to become a godfather to an elected officer, it shows that the officer in question is not going to perform to the best of his ability, because he has your interest as his godfather to take care of from time to time, as the case may be. So if you decide to become a godfather, it shows that you are not giving the person in question, you are not giving him the full hand and authority to perform. So anything goes wrong in the state, it's as a result of your acts being a godfather, which you have seen in most states in Nigeria that you can see. So it affects leadership in the states, and that is why you see that you see some states they cannot pay salaries, some states are facing social vices from one place to another. Those are the effects of political godfatherism.
To start with, it's an anti-democratic agent. It destroyed democracy. With godfatherism in place, I don't think there will be anything like democracy. It will not be practiced properly. So godfatherism truly has affected the system, because I put him there, I want to tell him what he will do. It is what I want that he will do. If he's not going to do what I want him to do, then I will make sure he did not succeed. And that has been the problem in Nigerian politics. And if that is completely doable with, I think Nigeria will be fine.
Yes, initially, man is not given the opportunity to rule himself. Sovereignty belongs to God. And so, since man assumed leadership, have we seen any changes? So,
I just gave you an example of countries that have developed
those are
consciousness of God, just as Africans.
Yes.
Especially like as you are talking.
With their extent of development, can they stop death? Can they stop sickness?
Yes, but quite unfortunately, even our young men that are in politics always believe that they need a godfather to become whatever they want. So it is like serving it to the hands of the devil. So all of them, if you look at them, if you are in their circle, you so person is my godfather. They even mention it. They are so unashamed of it. So how can they rise up? Look at the case of this man, Adeola. Or is it Adeola? There's another very young Nigerian who wanted to become president. You can see that he has everything. The brain work, the brain power is there, the idea is there, but because he does not want to play politics the way it is played now, they eased him out. He contested for the presidency, he never got up to 50,000 votes. Are we saying that he does not have 50,000 people that knows him, But people will not even vote. Even the populace is even part of the problem.
The Godfatherism in this country, it has civilized this country. It has made this country cannot move forward. The only thing we need to do in this country is to restructure this country. Lay the law of this country to be very effective to each and every Nigerian. That even the top and the low one, they let the law be equal. This issue of Godfatherism will stop. Look at how China has come to change the structure of the country, to bring out the good laws that will infect the country. Today they are talking about to become a world nation, to take it from the American. So Nigeria has spoiled many things. So we need to restore ourselves. If not so, this country cannot move to anywhere. We will remain where we are, as if we are in the way, not in the ocean. Because if we want to become an ocean, look at Dubai. A very small place, because they have a good structures, a good ideologies. They make it of it, and the country began to move forward.
Do you know where we should is for us to have leaders in the place of power who understand the value of what has been committed to them, because governance is a kind of the people willing all their power to you to lead them, not one man trying to determine what happens. So if you as a governor or a president say, I don't want to do with Godfather, you have all the power to say no to Godfatherism. If they can stand on that ground, I want to believe even the people will stand by them.
Something that have affected our political system, I think from long time ago, of which the impact is growing more and more intensive in our political system. Like of today now, if you do not have somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, even with your potential or with what you have to offer, you will not be given the privilege to rule or to represent your people in the position or where you are eyeing. You understand? So it's something that has affected our political system so badly. And what I will recommend, or in my own opinion, like what I will recommend is the youth of this country to stand up to their responsibility and say no to the issue of Godfatherism. That this person thinks you have something to offer. Like some people have been trusted or texted in a particular position before, but because maybe in one way or the other, they do not have the backing of the big fathers or those at the top, they exist to be out of that very position as we speak today. So I would recommend that the youth of this country have a lot to do in area of abolish this system that have killed our political system, that have refused to give room to a merit individual who has something to offer to go in there. You understand?
Yes, I think so. I think so, because it's going to affect the younger generations cannot emerge easily because they don't have Godfather. If politics is not played on a plain field, whereby you can come and make your manifesto known to the people, and the people will see from your manifesto and vote for you, that it has to be a Godfather that will bring you. It's going to have effect on the youth, and they cannot attain those positions. That is to my own opinion, sir.
What can we do as Nigerians?
Okay, I think what we can do as Nigeria lies in the hands of the populace. Come out, look at the people that are vying for different positions, and know that, okay, this is the manifesto that we feel it can work for us. So that in that case, you queue behind such a candidate instead of waiting for a Godfather to impose them on us. So it lies practically on us, yes, to change the scenario. Yes, but in most cases, you know, it doesn't work in most scenarios. There are places that the people can say, okay, this is what we want, and they will stand for it, and it comes to pass. If, like during the last election, we've seen what happened where some unknown candidates, they came up and they won. So I know it's not something I can just leave the system immediately, but gradually I think that can be overcome.
What is the purpose of leadership?
Okay.
What is it? To amass wealth? Is it to benefit yourself?
Is to provide.
Now, for example, Jesus said, if you want to be a leader, first of all, you have to be a servant. Are the people ready to be a servant? But in this aspect of our own world, we don't even have a conscience. They may have conscience to an extent. We don't have conscience. We don't have love. We don't know the purpose of leadership. It's not to blow siren around. It's about serving humanity. And that is what we lack. And until the man who fears God comes into power, never a change will come. And that is the kingdom of God that will put an end to all our suffering.